Somebody said I should do something on drugs. For now, the trend seems to be a controversial topic, so oh well. Drugs are normally thought of as, illegal drugs or prescription drugs. But really, drugs are anything that changes the way your body would normally work. So that includes caffeine, run-of-the-mill medicine from the drugstore, and alcohol. I'm going to talk about alcohol in relation to all other drugs because it's what most of you will relate to, but know that it does apply to pretty much everything. Except crazy stuff that is 80% poison that hurts your body as soon as you take it severely, like meth and huffing and crack. You can do it more than once, but just, it's hurtful. Alcohol, on the other hand, seems less scary because it's regulated and somewhat predictable. But there's a lot of other things that, if they were somehow regulated, would be a lot less damaging and a lot funner than alcohol. Yes, funner.
All drinks have their benefits and their downsides. And we all do them. Unless you're a Quaker. And then probably even then. I mean, if you drink coffee or drink booze or take prescription meds, you're similar to someone who gets high or, rolls or trips or whatever. Unless, of course, you need drugs to behave normally in your life. But then, inherently, you're not being your natural, true self. Think about that one. Also, being yourself isn't always the best option. Go tell a pedophile to be his or herself. Yeah. But yeah, we can agree that being authentic is generally a good goal. The arguments against. It hurts your body. It really does hurt your body, but not as much as you would think. In the case of alcohol, probably, but shh. If your main concern is your health, feel free to drink more water, sleep 8 hours a day, stay away from processed foods, and get some low-impact exercise. Good. Second, you're not facing reality. People binge to numb themselves. Life is hard. You're going to deal with it how you're going to deal with it. You might have a boyfriend or a girlfriend you run to. You might have a God that tells you that everything's here for a reason, it's all going to work out. You might drink to feel a little bit less, to care less. Or you might do a little bit of everything to learn about yourself and the world's effect on you. See my notes on moderation. Another complaint is, it makes you not you. As I'll further explain, you can never really stop being you. You can only emphasize or downplay aspects of you that are already there. Sure, if you only show one side of yourself for the rest of your life, you might as well be someone different. If you've got a violent, bitter hermit living inside of you, it's going to come out when you're drinking. Doesn't mean there's a demon in the bottle that gets into your throat hole. Nothing makes me laugh more than someone says, I'm going to get drunk so I can do X, Y, Z. Hold on, guys, 2.7 more shots and I'll do whatever I want. Listen, either you're a tool who doesn't want to do something, but you're going to try so you can look cool, or you're pretending that you need a scapegoat in case when you're being your real self, people don't like it. When you're an adult, you don't put your clothes back on after the orgy because you're sober now and you're ashamed. You do it because it's cold in here, dude. Abstainers see a group of drunk people, and they just see the same person over and over again. How pathetic, right? They're all the same. For this part, I need you to pretend that all social institutions and behaviors don't pretty much do this already. Why might drunks all look the same? It's not because straight-edge kids are mind-blowingly unique. It's because once a substance enters your brain, it only has versions of what's already there to work with. It can turn off switches, it can superpower switches. And that's what drinkers fall in love with. So many barriers in your understanding of the world crumble when you find out the outlandish things your own brain that you've had your whole life can do when you enable it to. And the reason we all start to blend together is, once you start breaking apart those higher functioning areas of your brain, you sink lower and lower into what's the basis of being human, our fundamental drives, our hopes, and our fears. Now, before you have some extreme argument against that, many other things bring people together and connect us: restraint and logic and, spirituality, whatever. But what I'm talking about is a little bit of destruction. You break apart the pieces of yourself and you start to see past race and nationality and religion and your neighborhood and your friends or whatever, and you start feeling the parts of your brain that we all have. Depending on your outlook, though. One person goes to a party, has a couple of drinks, talks to someone they don't normally talk to about something they don't normally think about, and they learn something if they try. Another person goes to a party, has a couple of drinks, falls down because they don't realize how drunk they are and they feel stupid, and suddenly they're in an ABC Family sitcom, and the creepy music's playing, and there's a guy over there smoking a blunt, and they look over and the bathroom's dirty, and that chick's got a low-cut shirt and her nipples are showing, and someone over there is having an angry argument. Oh my God, I'm in Gomorrah and God's hammer of wrath is above my head. Stop playing the hedonism is scary background score and try to see things the way they really are. The rounded average of the people perceiving it. The point is you can never stop being you. Drunk you might be more impulsive or horny or off balance, but it's you. And you can never be the complete puzzle you for more than a couple of hours anyway. See I Heart Huckabees. I mean, you get hungry, your mom shows up, your boss says they're watching you, and you start acting differently. You start censoring who you are. I mean, this could very quickly turn into a year-long discussion about what identity is, so I'm going to leave it there.
I just hope that I didn't sound like one of those ranters who's like consumed with loathing and arrogance. Because I know we all pretend negativity's a blast. It really isn't. It gets old, for me at least. Please leave suggestions for future topics, please. And thanks for watching.